This week on the $1 Million Plan, it's one of those guests that, the emailers love. Someone who's doing well financially, but the real question is, are they doing well enough? That guest joins me now. His name is Fake Name Bryan. Hello, Fake Name Bryan.
Good afternoon, Pete.
Are you good looking? Are you a good looking fella?
I'm an engineer, so probably not.
So no. Yeah, neither am I. I get it. We're in the same boat. So, Fake Name Bryan, what brings you here? Are you looking for a little bit of butt kicking? Or are you looking to see how things can get better? Like, what do you need from me?
I've kicked my own butt enough on, I think, getting debt and spending under control. But the question my wife and I continually have is kind of when can we call putting money away for retirement? Say, yes, we've got that accomplished, and we can do other things with that money.
Okay.
So my question is really what to do next.
Okay, so do you feel like you're putting enough away for retirement? I mean, do you feel that way now?
I struggle with that answer. I never think the answer is yes. So
all right.
I think that's part of the issue.
Well, and this may sound like I'm crazy, but that's actually the easy part. Like we can figure that out. We can get to a yes no pretty quick on that. But the question that really determines that is, when do you want to retire? Because at age 67, you can make just about anything work if you're in a decent spot. But if you want to retire when you're 50, then we got problems. Have you guys set an age yet?
Yeah, I think we've talked more and more about leaning towards that 50, 55 number. And it may not be a full, like, we quit our jobs and walk off. It may be we do some consulting or we do some other stuff to have income. But, 50 would be a great number to be able to do that.
All right. Now, if you're talking 50, we got to know how old you are. We got to know more about you. So, Nicole, let's take a look at the life of Bryan, which, by the way, is a great Monty Python show. And it's a pretty good reference. Now, let's take a look, Nicole. What do we got going on? Bryan is 33 years old. Does that sound about right, Bryan?
That's it.
Okay, good. We got some facts right. Gross annual income, it's so gross, it's disgusting, $202,000. Is that just you or you and your significant other?
That's both of us.
Okay. Not that we're getting into a gender war here. I'm just curious, what's your take versus her take?
It's almost 50-50 to the dollar.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Okay. She also an engineer?
She is.
Do you guys just like fax each other love letters? How's this work?
There's a lot of email involved.
I can imagine. Well, but with like the saved thread and charts. Okay. Net monthly income, $9,400 a month. Long-term savings, $405,000 American dollars. Bryan, is that all in your 401ks? Or where's that?
It's split between 401k. We've rolled over a couple 401ks as we moved companies, but 401k and just traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs.
Okay. And you got $15,000 in savings. Do you have more than that, like somewhere else, or just like if it hit the fan? And by it, I mean it. Shh. What would you do? Would you only have $15,000 at your disposal?
We've got some more money in savings, but it's more like fun money, like in our own personal savings accounts.
Okay.
No questions asked what you spend it on, but at the time that it hits the fan, it's kind of all in the bucket.
There should be some questions asked as to what you spend your money on. Like, the no questions asked makes me feel like I'm going to get subpoenaed someday. So let's not go with the, I can buy whatever I want with that. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Do you have a lot of Bitcoin? Don't answer that. So, okay. And you put $3,400 a month, I think was the number I remember, away for savings, right?
Yeah, so that's including my company's match. My wife's company just started offering it. They just started offering a 401k, and she's going to start contributing to it on January 1st with her first paycheck.
All right.
Of the new year. So
I'm working with some numbers here, just making sure. Nicole, I gave you wrong numbers earlier. On the million. I mean, go figure. We're recording this on a Monday after a 40th birthday party, so my brain's not really working here. So I'm going to give the numbers live as we go. Your $1 million day based on $405,000 set away at $3,400 a month going towards your goal at an 8% rate of return average. Your $1 million day is March 29th of 2024. March 29th of 2024 2 days before my dad's birthday. How does that make you feel?
Exciting.
That it's my dad's birthday or that you'll be a millionaire?
Well, both.
Okay, good. And if you work till age 67 at that same pace, which, by the way, just if we're being transparent here, is impossible because you'll save more because your income will go up and you'll eventually make it over age 50, which you could put more in. You just never know. You'd be at $13.25 million at age 67. Crazy, right?
Yeah, they get into astronomically crazy numbers at some point.
And then that would feel like $30,928. It wouldn't feel like it would be $30,928 of income, but because of inflation, it would feel like in today's dollars $13,300. So here's what we know. Number one, you guys make $9,000-ish a month. Of that $9,000, by the way, how much do you put towards things other than your lifestyle? Of the take-home $9,000, what goes into savings or fun money to get whatever you want? What number?
Yeah, so if you take out like mortgage and the daycare and car payments, things like that, like we live on about $4,200 a month.
Okay, so at this pace, you would have 3 times your monthly income on your current pace at age 67. By the way, daycare. Man, that stinks, right?
It's so ridiculous. It's more than my mortgage. It's just drives me nuts.
There's the drawer method. You just get like a good chest of drawers. You put them in a drawer. Okay.
I mean, our dog already stays in the basement in a cage, so he can keep an eye on her during the day. So.
See, I like the way you think. How old's your youngest?
She is 4 months old.
Oh my gosh. Can she read?
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, you guys got to look
But
at
she
that.
does like Green Eggs and Ham, though. That's probably her favorite book.
It's a good book. Are you going to have any more? Not to get family planning. It's like you ever go out with your buddies and your wife is like, oh, how's Ron? And you're like, oh, Ron's good. And she's like, are they going to have any more kids? And you're like, honey, do you think I asked Ron if he and his wife are going to have more kids? What do you think we talk about?
Not about having more kids.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever asked you, hey, you guys plan on having any more kids? I would punch someone in the face. One of my friends is like, we're away from those sorts of questions. Hey, man, how much do you love your wife? Just shut up, Ron. Sorry. Are you guys gonna have any more kids?
I have no idea. At this point, I've already said, like, I'll have that decision in 5 years when this one's out of daycare.
Okay. So you've got 5 years of those expenses. How possible is it that any of your incomes change? Yours, hers, the 4 or 4 month olds, anybody's?
I would assume that at this point, I don't see us getting any 30% raises. I think we're more on a track where we'll see year-to-year increases, but nothing crazy.
Are you in a stable industry? I know engineering, the old STEM fields, pretty stable jobs.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about either of us being unemployed anytime soon.
Is she as enjoyable to talk to as you? Because at this point in time of our relationship, you're the most engaging engineer I've ever talked to.
She's probably actually more enjoyable to talk to than me.
Really?
She's a lot more outgoing. Yeah.
You guys are like unicorns. So let's look at retiring early. Let's see what that looks like. Nicole, I'm kind of fired up today. What do you think? A little bit?
You are. You just called our guest and his wife unicorns.
Well, I mean, an engaging engineer. Good Lord.
I can't wait for you to speak with my father.
Oh, yeah, I forgot your dad's an
The
engineer.
proud mechanical engineer.
Don't send him this one. Okay. All right, let's say 17 years. Let's say you're fitty. Okay, you're fitty. That would be, now this is interesting. This is interesting, fake name Bryan. You'd be at just over 3 mil, okay? Your not inflation-adjusted number would be $7,000 of income a month, but your inflation-adjusted number would be $4,600 a month. There's just one major problem. Because $4,600 works, by the way, right?
Except for healthcare. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's 3 problems then, okay? There's healthcare, we haven't talked about college, and there's the idea that most of this money, if not all of this money, is traditional qualified money, meaning to access it prior to 59.5, you either have to do Rule 72T, take substantial equal withdrawals, or which I don't think you can do till 55. I should know this. Any financial planning person that listens or watches this show is currently going to email me crappy things. Or you have a penalty or tax issue. So we would need non-qualified money to get you to retire in your 50s. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, I basically need 10 years of worth of money to cover me.
I think so. I mean, when I look at my own situation of trying to figure out when I want to retire, I don't really worry about post 59 and a half, and very frankly, neither should you, based on the numbers we've just gone through. But 50 to 60 suck, right? I mean,
yeah.
We did a study and we found that the hardest years of anyone's financial life are ages 47 to 53. And if you throw retirement in that time frame as well, it gets especially difficult. Especially, so you've got a 4-month-old, and how old's you got other kids too?
No, just the one.
Just the one. You probably already said that. I don't listen. Also, when I go with my guy friends, my wife's like, "Did you talk about this?" And first of all, I'd say no. And even if we did, I wouldn't remember because I don't listen. You college? Are you is the 4-month-old? I mean, does it seem like the college is a thing? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if she's anything like us, she's going to be playing with Legos before too long. So I assume that she's going to want to go to college, and so we started putting away $250 a month just to start off with.
All right.
And we've been doing that since she was 3 weeks old.
When's your house going to be paid off?
Well, that's also something to talk about.
Well, now's the time. You know what? How about I call you back in a week and we can hit that question.
Yeah. So we've got a 30-year mortgage currently, and so that's kind of part of this. Right now, next year, the budget for 2018, we kind of got $1,700 to $1,900 that we're kind of playing with in terms of debt reduction, and so we're going to pay off the one car that we currently that we owe on.
Okay.
I should say vehicle. It's not a car.
Of course, engineers always drive trucks. That's the thing. Is it a truck or is it a minivan?
Well, I do drive a truck, but it's actually a motorcycle. So.
What, a motorcycle for your wife?
Yeah. No, for me.
Oh. Really? Have you like? Wow, you wear a helmet and stuff too? Do you have chaps?
I do not own chaps, but I do wear a helmet.
What's the point of a motorcycle if you don't have chaps? Isn't the whole point of getting a motorcycle so you can grow a mustache and buy some chaps?
Well, I apparently do not fit the normal motorcycle rider criteria then.
You don't have a mustache?
I do not.
Oh, this is disappointing. Can I take back what I said about liking you? So you got to pay off your motor. What kind of motorcycle? A Ducati?
No, it's not a Ducati. It is
Indian.
It is a Harley.
A Harley?
Yeah.
Oh,
I never thought I'd own one, and then I bought one.
Isn't an engineer on a Harley trying to be a guy that drives a Harley? Like, I mean, isn't it an engineer on a Harley's like, I'm cool, I got a Harley. Look, I'm an engineer, but I have a Harley. Isn't that what's happening here?
I have a family full of motorcyclers, so
Yeah.
it's kind of is what it is.
Well, you aren't good looking, so you need something to attract people to you, right?
There you go. The motorcycle's it.
Is it, Nicole, you think it's bad that I'm insulting our guests?
No.
Okay.
I just like the idea of visualizing engineers on Harley, so thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never put the bike down because you're always calculating the angles. You're like, I'll stay upright. Okay. So you're going to pay that thing off. When's it gone? When's it paid off?
Current target is like September of next year.
Of 18?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's your
At that
interest?
point,
Yeah.
At that point, we're trying to figure out, what's the next step.
What's the interest rate on your mortgage?
3.75.
And you're 30. How many years into it are you?
We refinanced in 2015.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, there's the thing, you could always just pay it as a 15 and not refi.
Yeah, I mean, basically, if we start adding $700 to our payment for principal every month, then it effectively makes it a 15 year.
I would probably do that. I'm a little concerned. I know that you could always take that fund money, which you generally do whatever you want with it. I mean, you could do that in the case of emergency. How much, like, if I was like, all right, man, I've just kidnapped your Harley and there's a ransom, how much do you think you could come up with without tapping your retirement plans?
I want to say somewhere around, including the E-fund and everything else, probably 25 or 30,000.
That's what you want to say?
Yeah.
You should say it.
Well, it is.
Okay,
It
sorry.
has been said.
Okay, 25 to 30. You made me laugh. What? That's good. Do they get anything, Nicole, for making me laugh? the
I feel
people.
like if we were rating them on a Peter scale, they'd
Yeah.
get an extra Peter.
You get an extra Peter for that's seems unnecessary. All right, 25 to 30,000. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, here's the way you're looking at this, right? Your real expenses are 4,000 something a month. You've got emergency fund because you've got more than 3 times your monthly expenses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, life
I mean,
insurance.
effectively, like every month, right? I mean, if I chose not to pay extra
Right.
on the motorcycle, we can free up $1,900 a month.
I like that. Well, I had a name for that one, something cute. But it's sort of like an emergency fund. You just like take a breather, and then you've got $1,700.
As my wife likes to say, she has buffers for the buffers.
Oh, that's a lot of buffers. Sounds
Yeah, a
like
lot of
there's
buffers.
some contingency planning going on in your engineering house. You have life insurance?
We do.
How much?
We both have $750,000 policies.
750,000
Yeah.
term.
20-year term.
And when did you buy them?
This year.
Is everybody healthy?
I am now. Wife is still. She's. I'll say sort of. Yes.
Okay. Do you care to? No one knows your name. Do you care to go into it so we can better learn from this?
Well, so mine was more expensive. I got diagnosed with cancer 2 months before we got married.
Okay.
So
How long
I'm
ago
in
was that?
remission. I've been in remission for 6 or 7 years now.
Sweet.
So I'm right on the hairy edge of, like, if I reapply, they told me in like 2 years my rate will be like half of what it is today.
I have a dear
So-
friend in your exact same situation, by the way, and they are right on the edge of having their rates cut in half, which is nice.
Yeah. So they basically told me, call us again in 2 years and you'll pay a lot less and just re-up your 20-year term.
And health-wise, your wife?
Yeah, she's got some ongoing medication where it's treated.
Sure.
And so she's as healthy as she can be, but she's still cheaper than me because she's a woman. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
You know why? Because we do dumb stuff like ride motorcycles.
I will agree with that. Yeah.
Did you get rated for riding a motorcycle, or did you not have it then?
No, I've always had a motorcycle, so she's always known me to have one.
Do you ever like just pull up and like hop on? Do you ever say that to her? Like the
she
motorcycle?
She has literally been on my motorcycle twice.
Really?
Yes.
Do you ever just walk up, like pull up to like a outdoor mall or like a grocery store and just see someone like hop on? Like, was that creepy?
I think that'd be creepy, for sure.
Do you think you have enough life insurance?
So my thought process was basically three things, right? If you split that into thirds, it pays off the mortgage, it pays for college, and leaves effectively working capital for my wife.
I'm good with that. I mean, rules of thumb can be broken because they're sort of lazy generally, and the way you've just thought that through makes sense to me. If you were to have more kids, though, I mean, it's like instant need more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that could match up with sort of being off the hairy edge of being in remission for 7 years or whatever.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Will and trust, I assume you have, or will and or trust?
Yeah, we also did that. We had, I had, as I explained in my email, I had a little bit of the freak out moment when the baby was coming, and we went through all of these things.
It's important to know that I've stopped reading those emails. Nicole reads them. Here's the thing: we want to know enough, but I don't want to know too much because I don't want to lead the conversation. I just want to react to what we're doing here.
So effectively in June, before the baby came,
Yeah.
I just completely had, I will call it a mini meltdown,
Yeah.
and went through all this financial stuff. So
Cool,
we went
good.
through a lot of things.
And you didn't buy chaps then?
I did not buy chaps.
So disappointing. I mean, on so many levels. All right. So, okay. I feel like I've got to. Is there anything else I need to know right now? Because right now I feel pretty good about knowing what's happening.
Yeah, so the only other thing that's still kind of out there is potentially I might have some money coming in from another source that's not unsubstantial, so somewhere in 6 figures.
It's not unsubstantial.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's such a great thing. It's not unsubstantial. So 6 figures. It turns out that's a pretty big range, Bryan. I mean, that could mean 100,000 or could be 999,000. Where do you think it falls?
I would go somewhere in the middle of that, maybe.
And then, if it happened, when would it happen?
Sometime in the next 18 months.
What are your and this is where you're going to be angry for giving me a number, and you're going to blame me for jinxing it, and I don't really care. I do care. I feel bad, but we're doing it anyway. Like, what percentage chance do you have it happening?
I would say it's north of 75.
Do you have to kill anyone to make it happen?
I do not.
Okay, good. That was sort of like a legal. I had to ask for legal reasons. And is it going to be the middle? Is it going to be the 500 range, or could it be any less?
I would say that's kind of top end. So,
Okay.
I mean, realistically, if I said somewhere between 300 and 400, that would be a very conservative number.
And this is clearly not money that can be qualified in nature. I mean, it's going to be, you can't put towards retirement accounts per se. You're going to have to do something different. What are your, if that happens, because we probably won't talk between now and then. What do you think you'll do with it?
I honestly, I have no idea at this point. Probably sit on it for a little while. And my initial feeling is just to throw it in a brokerage account, an S&P 500 fund, and just let it grow. But who knows? I may pay down a chunk of the mortgage. I may,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
If I'm you, and I'm not, because I'm not an engineer, but if I'm you, here's what I would do. I would put it in something tax sensitive, if possible, something that can have some tax loss harvesting, and I would leave it alone for 10 years, if not longer, and that becomes your 50 to 60 money. That solves the problem, right? That takes you from a 9 Peter score to a 10 Peter score, which is the elusive 10 Peter score.
Yeah, so the only other thing that I thought about was potentially, maybe buying a business or doing something like that. It'd be a good down payment for that. There would be a different source of income besides my day-to-day job. So.
Now, as a business owner, please allow me to talk you out of that. I'm just kidding. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. We have snacks here. Nicole, we have snacks at our offices. Do we not?
The best snacks.
We have
at our
amazing
office.
snacks. Nature Box.
Oh.
We're not even sponsored by Nature Box, our
But
podcast.
we should be.
Yeah, except the Big Island pineapple. They kind of oversell it a little bit.
They kind of send it to us in every box.
They're like-
it gets snuck in.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's really good. It's like, really? It's not. It's a little
It's not
coinly
good.
sweet. Let's not, BS about your Big Island pineapple. Sorry, Brian, we get excited. Yeah, if that doesn't happen, you're still okay. If it does happen, you're perfect. Yeah, I like your plan. I'm not going to change anything other than I would not sit on the money if it came in unless you're really considering a career change. Can you see yourself doing what you're doing now until you're 50?
Yeah. I think I'd enjoy it.
Would you have an unscratched itch of entrepreneurial spirit if you did what you are doing now until you're 50?
Probably not, because I'm already in that area.
All right. What's your wife think about the potential of $500,000 coming into your life?
I don't know. She is by far the saver between the two of us.
Okay.
And so she would absolutely want to squirrel it away somewhere.
Saver as opposed to investing, or when you say saver, you also mean invest?
Also invest.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. It would just get tucked away somewhere where we wouldn't touch it.
So yeah, this show's definitely going to have people emailing me going, "Oh, it must be hard," like with your situation. But you know what? You put yourself in this spot. I mean, I'm sure luck was involved to some degree, but Brian, there was some sacrifice involved with both getting your education and then applying your education and your financial decisions, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we paid a lot of money in student loans. We paid off. It took us 10 years, but we got there.
What do you think you paid off all told in student loans?
Probably about 70 or 80,000.
Yeah, I mean that's the funny thing.
It is not a lot compared
Right.
to some of my friends who have north of six-figure student loans,
and they're
it's a lot.
engineer friends, and they're not as interesting as you.
maybe.
Well, probably not. I mean, let's just be honest. Just a statistic. Anything else I can help with? I don't know if I helped with anything other than tell me I like your plan, and I would not refi to a 15-year mortgage. I would definitely invest the 500 and have that be your 50 to 60 money. And you'll have to add more life insurance if your 4-month-old daughter gets a friend, right?
Sure.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I think you answered most of my questions.
That's what I'm here for. Excellent. Well, thanks for coming on the show. We do like updates, so feel free to email us if you have that windfall that I'm. Did you earn the windfall, or is it luck?
I would say a lot of it's earned.
Okay. I mean, there's luck involved with everything, but
making smart choices.
excellent. Okay, good. And that means no one's dying, so that's good. He's just like, well, we saw him at Christmas, and we got about 6 months until we're going to inherit about $450,000. No, that's not cool, right?
I would say that would be a little more sketchy.
Yeah, he called me Sally. I'm like, well, okay. All right, thanks for being on the show, and best of luck to you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for your
Enjoy
time.
being a father. Being the father of a daughter is one of the greatest pleasures in the world. I hope you enjoy it.
It's been wonderful so far.
Excellent. All right, that's it for this week's show. If you want to be on the show, be on the show. I like Bryan. I mean, honestly, I know a lot of engineers. Our relationships haven't quite developed the way you would think because I just don't want to talk to them. I just can't do it. That's so rude. I'm kidding, of course. I don't mind engineers, but I hate accountants. Okay, that's it. Go to PeteThePlanner.com/podcast. That's it. I'm done talking. Go do something else. I've entertained you for like 29 minutes. Goodbye.
This is where I came from. Planet Lovetron, where we drop love bombs, funk missiles, and live in soul shelters. No helter skelter. The heat don't swelter because everybody stays cool. Left many moons ago to bring the philosophies of my ancestors to another place. God picked the third rock, gave me to my earth family, and told me to create. And so I am. Pen in my hand, microphone on the stand. Over vinyl, I command and demand. Magnificence in an instance, I can make you dance, cry, or love. Fly as a dove, released from Everest. The fresh is fresh, and you can call me E.T. Word to John Tesh. Let me bless this harmonic presentation. It's amazing, so amazing. I'm the reason. Salutations, I bring you Lovetron greetings from a faraway land. I am the sole controller. Put the remote down and let me take control. You're now a part of my zone, so enjoy yourself. Lovetron can restore your health. I bring you greetings, salutations. How you doing? And is that how y'all say it? The tinkling of the keys is an homage to the little star. I sojourn over poetic descriptions of sound to travel to my other world. Out of this world, spaceship on my arm took me home, fueled by the ink and the megabytes and the hypertext transfer protocol, stronger than the Skynet and the Terminator. I push faders into warp speed, glide with ease, creating a breeze they call a black hole. Event horizon, no rear view concerns. This I adjourn, and beats I burn. This I adjourn, and beats I burn. Salutations, I bring you Lovetron greetings from a faraway land. I am the sole controller. Put the remote down and let me take control. You're now a part of my zone, so enjoy yourself. Lovetron can restore your health. I bring you greetings, salutations. How you doing? And is that how y'all say it?